Yo, what's up guys? It's Ian here, hitting you with it on Thursday with Eian Spills the Beans, where basically I go impromptu and talk about whatever I damn so feel like. So I know I've missed the last 2 weeks. I've been caught up with a lot of personal stuff, like with family and whatnot, and then studying for school finals, and doing a lot of homework, all that nonsense. So yeah, I apologize for that, but we are back. So today's video might seem a little rushed. It's because it's somewhat to an extent is. I'm going on vacation tomorrow. I'm going to Punta Cana. Definitely gonna be pretty fun time. And I might do like a little vlog on it too. But yeah, so let's get into today's topic, which is interesting and or funny moments when I've been collecting. As you guys probably know already, if you haven't seen me and Bill's videos, we love collecting retro consoles. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw, but Bill's video the other day, which was like the best Craigslist deal ever, which is it's a pretty cool video, so you might want to go check that out. But I also have some interesting things that have happened to me. Sometimes when he's with me, sometimes when he's not. So I'm gonna get into my main one, which is it involves a PlayStation 1 and a PlayStation 2. And it all started when me and Bill were at, it's called Rossi's pop-up market. We were there one time, and it was a pretty shitty day. Like, we went late. It was one of the last days where like a lot of people were gonna be there, and so yeah, it was just a pretty sad day. There weren't many deals at all. So I find some random spot, because it's an old movie theater, and it closed down and turned into a what's it called, a flea market. So I go to this one guy's place, and I just find this bin full of baby toys. Me and Bill are just like playing around with them, joking like, oh, look at this, and then I'm like, wait a minute, no way. So I reach down, and there's a PlayStation 1 in here with the power cord and everything, and I actually did not have a working PlayStation 1. So I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. I did not expect this at all. But PS1 isn't really one of my favorite systems, so like I would have been fine if I didn't get it. But I go up to I find the guy who's running the place. I'm like, hey, just wondering how much this PlayStation is. Excuse me. He's like, oh, $1. I'm like, jaw drop, like, what? Holy shit. And then I was like, yeah, I actually have a PlayStation 2. If you can find that, that'll be $1 as well. And I honestly thought, I swear to God, I thought he was joking, because that doesn't happen often. So I'm like, all right, I'll be right back. So I'm like running around this little like theater booth of his, and there it is. There's just a PlayStation 2, and I'm like, oh shit, he's serious. Like, there's a PlayStation 2 right here. I'm getting a PS1 and a PS2, and it's coming to a total of $2. That is ridiculous. Like, you do not see that at all. And both systems worked. They were kind of filthy. I cleaned them up, but it was just incredible. Like, I've never seen that happen. Thinking about it right now just like fills me up with excitement. What's funny is later that day, Bill, and I don't know if he still is, but he was trying to work on getting like every single Guitar Hero and Rock Band game, like all the expansions, controllers, like everything, because he loves Guitar Hero. So we go to this one lady's booth, and there was this really old Guitar Hero game. It was like $5 or whatever, I forget. Bill, if you're watching this, how much was that Guitar Hero game? Because you know what I'm talking about right now. He goes to this lady, says, how much for this? She says, this price. And Bill kind of lowballs her, and she just yells, "Are you kidding me?" And Bill got so salty, he was like, "Fuck you," and he was gone. And it was That was just such a funny moment, and looking back, I feel a little bad because I had like this crazy ass deal. I found a PS1 and 2 for $1 each, and he's just getting fucking shit on by this old lady, and it was really funny. I think another time, this is where Bill kind of one-upped me here, is there is this Goodwill outlet store. He actually has a video on that too, and it's basically just the Goodwill of Goodwill. It's like the Goodwill reject store. We call it the dumpster. So every time we're at the flea market, we're like, hey, let's go to the dumpster. They put all this crap in bins, and people pretty much Black Friday through these bins, trying to find whatever junk they can. And it's kind of fun, honestly, to be there. It's just something that's so, you're not used to it, that once you get in there, it's like, okay, this is kind of fun. He found an Xbox, like an OG ass Xbox, working, like good condition, wires, all that good stuff. And the way they do things, essentially just dump stuff in bins. Everything is priced by pound. This Xbox came to I think 87 cents. So he got a system that's worth $50+ for 87 cents. That is just, it might as well be free. So it's just crazy how you can really get deals like that, but then there's other times where you just can't, and it kind of sucks because like flea markets are, that's where you go to get the deals, and it just seems like the more we go there, the more shitty it kind of gets, because there's just scalpers, there's people going through stuff. People go on eBay on their phones and they find something, they eBay it, and then they charge like the highest price. And sometimes even like systems that, or games that aren't worth that much, they still mark it up. Even if eBay price is better, they'll still mark it up sometimes, and it's like, what are you doing? It reminds me of this one time me and Bill were at, it's called Trader Jack's, it's another flea market. And there's this guy on the indoor part who just sells like a bunch of systems, games, some broken systems, computers, probably bootleg movies, like all that kind of, all those things. And I was trying to get a PS3. It was a fat model, I believe, and it was about, I want to say like $50, because he thought it was working. But then we were gonna test it, and he's like, "Oh, it doesn't work." I'm like, "Oh, well, I could probably fix it. What's like the lowest price you could give me?" And he said 20. And I was so about to do that, but the way I had this set out is I was only gonna buy it if I could turn it on and see what the actual issue was. Because just because the system doesn't work, there's so many different things that could make a system broken. You know, if someone hands me a Sega Genesis or an NES and says it's broken, chances are it's the cartridge slot, or it could be something more serious, like there's a wire that's snipped, or like the capacitors blew up, something like that. So I knew there was gonna be like some kind of easy fix for this PlayStation 3. I just wanted to plug it in, see what happened. You know, like if the light comes up, or if there's just no, like, it's just legit dead. So I go to the guy, I'm like, "Hey, can I just plug this in, see what happens?" Like, "Oh, it's broken." I'm like, "Well, I want to see how it's broken. Like, I want to see what I need to do to fix this." And he just gets so smart, and he's like, "Well, there's nothing to show you." And I'm like, "All right, fuck you, I'm gone." So I was kind of out on a PS3 there, but fuck him. I'm not dealing with that attitude. Not on a early Sunday morning when I'm trying to, you know, have a good time. I think the final story for today, just because there's so many stories. Actually, I'll do two more. I remember me and Bill went to that same flea market this one day, and my phone's going off. Oh, okay. I have like massive notifications. That's not good. Anyways, so we go, and it is like extremely dark out because we went like stupid early. So we're walking around, there was just no one at the flea market at all. And there was Bug's Life on N64, and Bill was about to, like, I think it was like $7, but Bill tried to lowball him and say 4. The guy's like, no, we'll just do 7. Bill's like, okay. And I didn't even realize this was a trick that he was doing. I just thought this is something that just naturally happened. But Bill pulls out his wallet, and he like grabs the money, and like I see the guy, he's just watching Bill. He's like, oh, okay, he's about to buy it, and then Bill is just like, and starts putting his wallet away, and this dude is just like, all right, fuck it, give me $4, and that was it. That was like, I don't even know how to put it. That was that was like the master negotiation tactic, and I don't think I'll ever be as good as Bill was that day with negotiating. That was just something just never before seen, and it was incredible. But I think the last story, and this isn't really like with gaming, this is just in general, but here's the thing with flea markets is you want to be nice to your customer, you know? You want to, I don't know how to put this. If someone isn't going to buy something, if someone is thinking about buying your thing, you should never say, well, if you don't buy it, I'm just going to sell it on eBay. Because that's like, oh, well, fuck you. Okay, sell it on eBay then, I don't care. So that's exactly what happened, is this one lady, she had this guitar, and this was back when I was getting into playing guitar. I just see one there, like, oh, cool, nice guitar, and she's like, oh yeah, just looking to sell it. I pick it up, I tune it, I start playing it, she's like, oh, you really know what you're doing? I'm like, I'm still learning, I don't know all that much yet. She's like, oh, well, the guitar right there is this price. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll think about it, because, I don't know, I'm a little too nice to people, I lead them on a little too much. So if I don't really want something, I'll just say I'll think about it, or I'll be around. I just don't want to say, oh no, and walk away, because I don't want to be that guy. So I put the guitar down. She's like, well, I'm just gonna sell it on eBay anyway. It's like she just completely switched the mood. She went from being like this like nice mom like lady to just being a fucking dick wipe. So I'm like, oh, you're gonna sell it on eBay then? She's like, yeah, I mean, if you're not gonna buy it. I'm like, okay. Sell it on eBay. She's like, I'll throw in this case too. I'm like, nope, just sell it on eBay. And she was just so salty or swole because I don't know. It's like I'm the kind of person where like if someone's being a dick, I'm not gonna really help them out there, even if it's like me missing out on a deal, even though I didn't want this guitar. If someone's being a douche, I'm not gonna buy their stuff because it's like, I mean, no, I don't want to help you out. So I don't know. It's just the wonders of flea markets. You can find the weirdest stuff, you can meet the weirdest people, and it's really something else. Me and Bill are actually going to be hitting up a ton of flea markets this upcoming summer just because we're both off, and it's really going to be awesome. And we're probably going to have some videos on that too. But yeah, if you like what you saw, this is Ian. I will see you next time, and I'm out.
Hey, how you doing? So you like that video? That's great. You should probably leave a like and a comment to let us know. Probably share it with your friends too, and hit that subscribe button. Make us feel good about ourselves. Alright, thank you.